And we're live again, folks. Good afternoon. Happy Thursday. We are here one more time for our Thursday happy hour with Mario Quintero, the one and only. Mario, I see you have on your Hawaiian shirt today.
Feeling very tropical.
Very tropical Thursday. Jueves Tropicale is what we say around here. So, folks, if it's the first time that you're tuning in, my name is Andy within South Florida. We're here with Mario Quintero, Mr. One Stop Shop, the one and only. And we're coming to you live from Mario's studio this Thursday, as we do every Thursday at the 4 o'clock hour. I was on vacation. Mario was a little bit out of vacation as well. Holiday season, you know. But we have Open Line Thursday today, and we're talking about some very important topics that Mario wants to recap, just to continue you guys information in case you are looking to buy, sell, purchase. That's one of the things that we cover on this show. Is Mario's always on top of the industry and what's going on. So Mario, I know you sent me some questions today. What is the FHA single unit approval? You said has been active since October 15th. What has been the progress for the new loans?
So this was exciting news that FHA announced in early October, and by October 15th they had released the guidelines.
Okay.
And one of the guidelines is a 5-page questionnaire that has to be completed by the association.
5 pages.
5 pages of questions.
Wow.
And documentation and stuff like that,
Right.
in order to determine whether that owner of that condo unit can do a refinance, or if someone looking to buy in that condominium association can qualify for an FHA style loan with 3.5% down.
Okay.
So the process has been slow and tedious, as you can imagine. There's a lot of non-cooperation from the associations.
Of course.
They want to get paid more money to complete this questionnaire.
A lot more work.
And it's a lot more work for them. So, what we thought was going to be like an open door to financing in condos has not really materialized in the last 30 days. Hopefully it will get better. But like any new guideline, any new government program,
Right.
It always takes a little while to get off the ground.
Well, as humans, we're creatures of habit, and we kind of resist change.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings to mind people that are always sending a check out for rent.
Mm-hmm.
They resist change of buying a home, but we'll talk about that later for you renters out there. So, how has the reverse mortgage been for single unit approvals progressed? Has that moved forward?
No. So that also has been a little bit slow.
Okay.
Part of the problem there is that before we have the seniors spend any money on counseling or anything to get the program started, we have them take that 5-page questionnaire to their association.
Okay.
In that case, some associations are cooperating with the seniors and filling it out for free, so that we can determine if we can do a reverse mortgage in that facility, in that association.
Right.
Some seniors are being asked to pay $150 to $300 to get that form filled out,
Wow.
and in some cases they don't have the money.
Of course.
So it's been slow, and it's also been slow from getting the reverse mortgage lenders to buy into this new process. Reverse mortgage lenders nationwide, hopefully we'll see some changes next week when they meet in Nashville, Tennessee for the annual NARMLA convention. Hopefully we'll see a more motivated lender group come
Right.
out of that
Right.
meeting next week, because right now it appears that they're more interested in their proprietary products than they are in the HUD
In the actual
product with the 5-page condo association. Apparently there's some issues and overlays that they don't want to deal with in the event the loans get sold on the secondary market. It gets a little bit complicated, but I don't see the motivation on the scope of national lenders with this change.
Great information, folks. Great information from the mind of Quintero, which is what this show used to be called at the beginning. Folks, if you're watching us for the first time, welcome to our broadcast. My name is Andy within South Florida, and this is Mario with Mario's One Stop Shop, marioshomenews.com. If you've never been to the website, check it out, marioshomenews.com. You can also give Mario a call at any time at area code 305-598-1600. Go ahead and jot that number down, 305-598-1600. And you're watching a live broadcast with us now. If you have the red live indicator on your phone or on your screen, you're watching us live. If you don't have the live indicator, you're watching us on the replay, the rerun. However, we welcome you. We encourage you to leave your comments below. Ask Mario some questions about the industry, or whatever issues you may be facing if you're thinking of buying, renting. And we always encourage you to share this broadcast by tapping the share button that you see on your screen. So Mario, I'm going to put you on the spot here. You being an expert in the industry and you having all these years of experience, hands-on experience, I'm going to put you on the spot. I hope you don't mind. What changes do you think need to occur for the reverse mortgage to be more widely accepted?
There's multiple changes that need to occur. In 2014, changes were made that isolated over 8 million seniors from being able to...
8 million seniors.
8 million seniors that were not able to qualify for a reverse mortgage.
Okay.
Additional changes that have occurred since 2014 have actually eliminated more seniors from the program.
Okay.
Seniors really want to age in place. We need to get the government and the national lenders to come together and make the following changes. They need first to reduce the cost of the mortgage insurance premium that HUD charges. They need to increase what is called the PLU, the premium benefit that the seniors get. Right now, we're working around 50 to 55% of the appraised value. That needs to increase so that we can get more seniors involved in the program. They need to loosen up a little bit the financial assessment, which is very strict and very, very narrow in its current form. They need to free that up a little bit because the reverse mortgage industry needs to understand that not every house in the US is a home in California that's worth $1 to $2 million. Okay, they've lost the perspective that not everybody lives in a $1 to $2 million home.
Of course.
So a lot of the focus of the reverse mortgage industry has been in a state like California, where there are high returns because of the value of the homes, and it lowers the risk for the lenders. And I urge the lenders next week when they meet in Nashville, they really need to take a hard look at this, reduce their focus on the lender profitability that they're working on right now in these multi-million-dollar homes, and try to start focusing on the senior community, that baby boomer community that wants to retire in place. The funds are there. You know, when you could give Iran $150 billion, I'm sure you could set aside $30 billion or $30 million for the seniors of this country.
Absolutely.
Who are well deserved.
Absolutely.
Okay, so those are some of the separations that we need to come back together a little bit, so that we can help the senior community, who's going to be the largest population. Every month it just grows exponentially, and they need this program to become more accessible. And the only way that can be done is by the government and the national lenders to come together and improve that separation.
All right, maybe we should have a broadcast and invite some of these members that are going to meet.
We can do that after my next license is approved.
Oh, always a good time here with Mario. Folks, Mario has years and years of experience, and you can bet on his advice and his knowledge from the one-stop shop. You've been doing this for a while, Mario.
A couple of mango seasons.
Couple of mango seasons, you've been doing this for a while. Mario, tell us about the new changes with the VA loan limits. What's going on with that?
So there's been some great changes in the VA loan limits where there is no limit.
There's no limit.
There's no limit. If you're a veteran and you have your certificate, your VA certificate, which
Right.
allows you to use the VA program.
Correct.
It is zero money down.
Nice.
You can buy a $500,000 house, 750, 900,
Nice.
$1 million.
Nice.
And as long as you have the income in order to qualify for that monthly payment, whether you're active duty, whether you are retired and already working in the regular,
Right.
outside the veterans and the armed forces,
Right.
okay, you can qualify. You just need to have the income. We
Nice.
need, we did one of these for one of our clients a couple of years ago. Actually bought a house for $800,000 off of Old Cutler Road, and we financed about 450, which was still at the time within the scope
Okay.
of the loan limits. Now that same borrower could have just used the $800,000,
100%.
and he would have qualified because he was
Nice.
the CFO of a local hospital here in Miami. So that's positive news because we do have many veterans that go in private life with very good jobs, engineering, first responders, in many professional careers, and they do earn the income to qualify.
Absolutely.
So that's an excellent change that recently occurred.
These are individuals that have served our country, they continue to protect our country, and they give it all. And it's only fair that, you know, that they're able to buy the property as long as.
With zero money down.
That's amazing. And veterans out there, heads up. I'm sure if you're a veteran, you may know about this program. If you do not know about this program or the changes, please get in contact with Mario, 598-1600, and they will guide you. And I'm sure you have a lot more information for any vets out there.
One thing I want to add, if you're a veteran, and since this week was Veterans Day
Absolutely,
week,
absolutely.
if you're a veteran and you are now a first responder, okay, paramedic, police, fireman, any of the first responders, you might be in the CIA, FBI, whatever you're in, okay, those are probably the easiest loans to process of any loan.
Really.
They go through like at a rate of speed which is like unbelievable.
Awesome.
So if you're a veteran out there, keep this in mind, and if you need additional information, give us a call.
If you're not a veteran personally and you have a member of the family or you know somebody, this is a great time to hit that share button, tag that person so that they get notified on Facebook and say, hey, check this out. Check out Mario Quintero, the one-stop shop. He just did a live stream, Facebook, on how easy it is for vets to purchase a home, and you could be changing their life. It's a holiday season. They may be renting. Everybody has a friend that's a vet. Everybody has a member of the family that at some point, the best thing you can do for them today is a gift that wasn't even planned, but you share this, and you tag and say, hey, check this out, and then call Mario Quintero, the one-stop shop, at 305-598-1600. So Mario, what is the customary approval time for new buyers in association? What's the cost of this process, and do associations offer expedited services?
So when you're buying in an association,
There's a whole thing going on with this stuff.
right, so when you're buying a home in an association, whether it's a townhouse, whether it's a single family home, or whether it's a condo, these are all types of homes that can be located
Right.
in an association that offers a lot of different amenities, okay? You have to apply to be an approved citizen of that association.
Right.
They do a background check, they do a credit check, there's an application, and there's a fee that you gotta pay to get approved to see if they
They pay
will
for
allow
it.
you to live there.
Well, they pay for it,
Okay,
right.
so what happens is most associations will take 2 weeks to do this process. Many of them will take 14 to 30 days
Okay.
to do the process.
Okay.
Now, the other question you asked is what is the cost?
Sure.
The cost could be anywhere from $150 to $350, depending on the association, and that is usually paid with a money order or cash at the time that the application is submitted to the association.
Can't give him a check?
No, you can't give them a check, they won't take a credit card, no checks or credit card.
Wow,
So,
interesting. I
And-
didn't know that.
and not, some associations will offer what they call expedited service,
For a fee.
where they will do it within 3 to 5 days, but that could be an extra $150 to $200
Wow.
for that expedited service so that you can get it back very quickly.
I think
So-
I'm in the wrong business.
So, you know, if you're gonna be going through this process, you gotta stay on top of them. Hopefully your realtor is staying on top of them. And it's a critical piece because you can't close without the
Being
certificate,
approved.
certificate that is notarized by the association. So you could have your loan approved, you could have the title approved.
Cash in the bank.
You could have everything ready to go. If you don't have the association approval,
Wow,
you're not closing.
wow.
Okay, so very critical piece.
So if somebody is facing that issue now, can they call you for advice?
Really, they should call their realtor.
Okay.
Because, I mean, they're already on the horse, they're
So,
already in the process.
so can the realtor call you for advice?
Yeah, no problem, I'll give them advice, but my biggest advice is get your butt down to the association,
Yeah.
knock on the door,
Introduce yourself and say you are,
and
right.
see what you could do to expedite the service.
If you're thinking of getting into association or buying a property, condo, an apartment, then save yourself all the trouble heading. Just call Mario. Call Mario. He's been down that road. He'll help you navigate all
See,
those issues.
one of the things I do is I submit my applications for my clients. I go down there,
Ah,
I speak to
smart.
the person that's gonna be doing the approval process, I introduce myself, I get their rank, serial number, cell phone number,
You vouch for
email,
the buyer.
and I'm like a bad flu on that person until we get that approval.
That's service.
No, that's the way it needs
service.
to be done.
That's service. I bet not many real estate agents go that extra step, that extra mile. No wonder they call this guy Mr. Clear to Close. I mean, he crosses all the T's, dots all the I's, and he avoids any turbulences that occur in this home buying process. And if you wonder what turbulences are, I invite you to check out marioshomenews.com and check out the video series that we have up there. There's a video that Mario has there on turbulences. If I recall, it's about 88, 89 turbulences.
88 turbulence.
And these are all landmines that can blow up your dream of a happy home for your family and kids. So to avoid those landmines or those real estate landmines, go ahead and check out Mario's video on turbulences. Better yet, if you don't want to go through that process, just give Mario a call, 305-598-1600, and you will be part of the family where it just speeds through. And Mario, do they still have time to get into a home by the end of the year?
Yes,
Is it
in fact-
really? I
in
mean,
fact, tonight-
it's the middle of November.
In fact, tonight, I'm taking some buyers out. Between tonight and tomorrow, they gotta make a decision. Cause if we can submit that contract accepted by this Friday, our closing date is gonna be on or before December 31st.
You can get somebody in a brand new home within 6 weeks to the end of the year.
Yeah, and that's my goal for these buyers that I'm dealing with tonight.
Did you guys hear that? Are you renting? Did you just give out a rent check? Were you thinking of giving your family a gift? Forget the cookies, forget the ties, forget the vacuum cleaner. Get your family a new home. Get your family out of a rental.
Keep in mind that the important part of getting them in the home before December
Yeah.
31st is not so much getting them in there for the holidays. That's a nice to have.
That's a nice gift.
But even more importantly, if they are the owner of record before December 31st, they will qualify for their homestead exemption next November 1st.
Nice.
Okay, and that's a very important reason because that's a reduction in their monthly payment because their taxes are gonna be reduced.
Folks, if you're watching us for the first time, welcome to the broadcast. My name is Andy from in South Florida. We're here with Mario Quintero from marioshomenews.com, Mr. One Stop Shop, Mr. Clear to Close. Who knew you were going to be speaking today to Santa Claus, making your dreams come true in a home. So Mario, now everybody's excited. How can they stop renting, get into a new home? You have everybody. Folks, if you want to know how to get into a new home, just go ahead and type in the comments, tell me how. tell me how Mario will get to you after the broadcast and he'll call you. So we have everybody excited now, Mario. Tell me, what does someone need to do to get pre-qualified to purchase a home and stop paying rent? No more rent!
So we need to do 4 things.
4 things. Guys, listen up, take notes.
We need to complete a loan application, a 1003.
Okay?
We need to run their credit
Okay.
for both buyers. We need to evaluate 2 years of income tax returns.
Okay?
And we need to evaluate 1 month of funds in their checking account that
Okay.
they're gonna use towards the purchase.
That doesn't seem too complicated.
That's all we need. With that information, we can do a full pre-qualification, let them know how much of a home they can qualify for, and within 2 days, we can start looking for that home.
So for those watching, may not understand clearly, a pre-qualification means just what?
Pre-qualification, the way we do it, we actually do what is called a DU approval,
Okay?
which is a 6 or 7 page report,
Okay.
which outlines their entire financial assessment,
Okay?
their debt to income ratios, their credit reports, the money on hand, their monthly projected payment,
Right.
including principal, interest, insurance, real estate taxes. It's a pretty in-depth report. And with that report, it basically tells us how much of a home that pre-qualified family can qualify for.
And then you begin to look for
And
the
then
property.
we begin to look for the property based on the area that they want.
There's no sense in folks driving around town looking
No.
for sale signs,
No.
calling realtors without being pre-qualified.
No,
It's
exactly.
a waste of time.
You're gonna need that DU approval to submit with the contract, so don't waste your time.
In your experience, have you dealt with people that think that they will never qualify to buy a home?
Oh, yeah.
And in fact, they're very surprised when they do qualify?
Well, the family that I'm working with today, they were introduced to me about 2 weeks ago, and they came in with a specific number in mind, and actually that number was short by about $75,000.
Okay.
So they're now able to buy more house with the money that they have, with the credit that they have,
Wow.
with the jobs that they have, and they were off by about $75,000.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. You never know. You never know until you speak.
You gotta take action.
Until you speak to a professional, and by calling Mario at 305-598-1600, you can answer your question. If you're watching us live now, you can go home and tell your wife, hey, let's get out of this rental, this rental dilemma we're in, and let's call Mario and let's see if we can pre-qualify for a home. It really is the right thing to do. I mean,
Hey, listen, if you wanna build equity,
yeah.
you wanna get some tax benefits, and you want private your own walls, this is the way to go.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there you have it, folks. If you guys are thinking of buying, if you're currently renting, you know what to do. You just got to pick up the phone and take that first step. Mario's good, but he cannot read your mind. So you need to actually reach out and have him do. Mario, is there a fee for somebody to get pre-qualified?
No.
There's no fee.
No, we do this.
You do all this work and you tell
Right.
somebody that they can buy a home without any fee.
Without a fee. We actually get paid once we find a home
Wow.
by the sellers, the commission, and then we also get paid by the lender who we take that loan to.
So
And we don't get paid until they close.
You put in your time, your knowledge, and experience, and
And
wow.
then we get paid at close.
That's awesome. I mean, guys, really? It sounds so easy.
It is.
So, Mario, what's going on in the rest of November and the month of December? I know it's holiday season.
So next week we're gonna have a special show.
Oh, we're gonna give him a teaser here?
Yeah, we're gonna
All
talk
right.
about, November is gratitude month.
Absolutely.
And November is a very special month for me personally.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk about why November is so special for me
Awesome.
personally.
Awesome.
And we're gonna get into 3 specific dates in November.
Okay.
And that's what we're gonna talk about next Thursday, is gratitude. And then Friday I leave for Arizona. I'm gonna be spending the Thanksgiving holiday in Arizona,
Nice.
in Claudia.
Nice.
We're going out there to visit family, play a little golf, and
Nice.
go to the Valley of the Sun.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
Well deserved vacation.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Then we'll be back for the final run.
And can you give us a little outlook for to next year, 2020, the real estate world, the real estate market?
Right now, honestly, I'm focused on finishing everything we have
Right.
in the pipeline right now. I'll probably be out of commission a couple of weeks in December.
Right.
I'm getting a procedure done in the
Absolutely.
middle of December,
Yep.
which will put me out of commission for a couple of weeks.
Right.
And so right now, my focus is getting everything closed before that procedure,
Right.
and then embarking on the holidays at home, resting. So that come January 2nd, we'll be ready to start the year.
Rocking and rolling with 2020, making dreams come through.
While at home during the final two weeks of the year, I'll be developing my business plan for 2020, and that's where I'll have a better insight
There you go.
on the direction we're gonna
There
go.
you go. There you have it, folks. From the horse's mouth itself. This is the year to buy, and you still have time to close.
Yes, you do.
So if you're just tuning in, we encourage you to watch us on the replay. My name is Andy within South Florida with Mario Quintero from the One Stop Shop. If you haven't checked out his website yet, we invite you to do so, marioshomenews.com. And now you're going to have some time on the holiday. You can see tons of video, gain lots of knowledge, whether you're thinking of buying, you're selling, you're renting, whatever you're trying to do in the real estate world or the mortgage world. You can spend a couple of hours on marioshomenews.com and just tap into what we've been calling this year the Mind of Quintero, where he has shared all his knowledge and his expertise, turbulences, happy times, bad times, case stories, and just you can check out some of the testimonials there. Tons of happy buyers and happy sellers that are on his site at marioshomenews.com. And that's it. That's what we got for you today.
Thanks a lot, Andy.
Thank you, my
Have
buddy.
a great week.
Have a good week, guys.